Wakanna and bring on our CEO, our visionary. My name is Melissa. She's sales officer as well as one of the four co-founders. Mute yourselves out. It's taking a little time, and we want to definitely hear what our CEO has to say this morning. Someone I've known now for over 16 years, made an impact on my life because the day before I met her, she had fired her boss. How many people know people that have fired their boss? I don't know anybody else but Melissa that actually fired her boss. Yeah, making six figures in corporate America, but that industry was not affording her the time freedom for the most important people in her life. And so she went into social selling full time, became MVP over at three companies, built teams in over 46 countries. And now here at Wakanna, she is our leader, our visionary, our CEO. Melissa Boston, are you out there?
Hey, Phyllis, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Well, good morning, everyone, and happy Juneteenth. I know yesterday I saw so many festive celebrations everywhere. Hopefully you've had a chance to really celebrate freedom, really celebrate what that means and what we should do, moving forward as a generation. I know last night on CNN, they had a great celebration, and one of the most important moments for me, I know when I listened to, the whole night, a lot of great celebrities, but one of the gentlemen who opened up pretty early in the program, he said, you are someone's ancestor, and that comes with some great responsibility, because a lot of times we look at ourselves as where we are right now, but in the next 50 years, in the next 100 years, what's going to be written about you? You are someone's, ancestor, and there's so much responsibility that comes with that. And it really means that we want to make sure that we're really building and doing what we need to do to pass on, the right type of message, the right type, of wealth, the right type of health, the right type of things that we can do better for our generations. And one of the biggest things is freedom. And when we do what we need to do now, just imagine how that's going to impact, our future generations in such a big way. So I woke up, this morning just really with that on my mind. That program was so powerful. And again, hopefully you've had a chance to do some celebration with your family. Also, it was Father's Day yesterday. So I know our men probably feel like, man, we're already, losing out to Mother's Day. But hey, now Juneteenth was on their day too. So, but hopefully the guys had a chance to really look at it as a positive. God, man, not only was it Father's Day, but it was also Emancipation Day. It was Freedom Day, right? So you get two, in one day. And I thought it was exciting. So, hopefully, ladies, you guys really represent it. Hopefully, the daughters out there, you represent it. The sons out there, you represent it for your dads, because we know that we have so many amazing fathers here in Wakanna. Dads often, they get a bad rap, And I tell you what, so when you really see some of these dads that are showing up, showing out, we really need to celebrate them. So hopefully you've taken a time to really celebrate the men in your life. And so I want to just formally welcome everyone to the line. Maybe you're brand new. I know it is the holiday today. I know many of you are off work today. In fact, our corporate offices are closed. But we are here on the morning calls because we really don't like to miss a beat. We want to make sure you stay connected. So even if it's us and 20 people, 5 people, whatever, we're going to show up so that you get informed, exactly what's happening. And if you're off today, maybe and hopefully every company now is really starting to honor this day. And I really think by next year, we're going to see it even more everywhere where people are off. But it's just important to me that we just honor, our past, we honor our present, our future. And so last year, we actually had a formal Juneteenth celebration. Many of you probably participated in that. It was electrifying. It was so powerful. In fact, I had a chance to watch that yesterday. It was actually a 4-hour segment, including all the dancing that happened in the after party 2.5 hours into it. But we're going to share some of that today, on social media so that you can really see how Wakanna does it, right? I mean, we really wanted to put together a program, to honor Juneteenth last year, to honor our beloved TJ Thomas Sewell. And so I really believe the team came together and really executed the vision 1,000%. I mean, it was just so powerful. And so again, you're going to see some of that on social media. In fact, we might play it via Zoom, but take it live. And so we'll keep you posted if we're going to have a specific time in which we do that, because it really would be great. Let's say we had a watch party on Facebook and everybody was sharing it. I mean, can you imagine, something like that? Just really getting out there to tens of thousands of people and the exposure that it could do for your business. And so just, stay tuned, but we will be sharing some of the amazing footage from the Juneteenth celebration last year. And let me just jump into the vision and mission too. I think it's important that you hear this for those of you who may hear it repeatedly, and now you probably can repeat it, right? You become unconsciously competent. And if you're new, it's important for you to know the vision of Wakanna when we started. And our vision is we exist to help end the negative stigma that has caused communities around the world to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. In fact, our mission is we are the catalyst to stir a movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs, formulators, and investors, evoking the courage and strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. And so just a couple updates for everyone. Yes, we're running our Juneteenth special also. That will run through midnight tonight. So make sure you go to your back office, connect with your customers, get them out a message so that they can connect and purchase right directly through your website, which they should have their own customer account by now. And so that's exciting. We know when we do run promos, we always see a real big spike in sales, and it's already happened, and you don't want to miss out on that. A lot of times companies can have great momentum, great things happening, but in your own business, if you're not paying attention, if you're not really utilizing these opportunities to get this out to your customers, what's going to happen is you're going to fall behind and not see that same momentum. And so also too, I do want to talk about, the Freedom Conference. I know Phyllis gave, the first announcement on Friday regarding the change of date. In fact, the date will be on July. It's going to be always July, but it's going to be July 23rd instead of July the 9th, okay? So July 23rd, that will be our Freedom Conference. In fact, the night before, it looks like we're probably going to do a mini opportunity presentation, just give you guys a little bit of updates. Hopefully you can get guests on that call so that guests can really help, listen in and decide if they want to now participate. Oftentimes, when we do the call before the conference, we sometimes have 100 plus people on that call, and many of them are guests making decisions to come to the conference, right? And so if you have some hard and resistant guests that you may want to get them to really commit, then we're going to open up that Friday night, and there's details coming out on that. But I do know the Freedom Conference web tickets are on sale now, so you're going to be able to purchase your ticket, after this call, get online and get those VIP tickets, because those are ready now. The general admission tickets will be up soon, so stay tuned for that. But one of the things we're so excited about with the Freedom Conference is we've done, these conferences, most of you have plugged in, we do them 4 times a year, okay? Now our big conference is our April conference. That's the anniversary of Wakanna. And so we, have that conference once a year. But then around that, we really wanted to build, those touch points, especially when the pandemic hit. And we just realized people needed those touch points. And so we opened up quarterly conferences, and the quarterly conferences are actually named after our pillars. And so in July, we celebrate freedom. And who is our pillar of freedom? That is the phenomenal Phyllis Nash. And it's so exciting to join the Freedom Conference as we're celebrating Emancipation Day today and yesterday, right? As we're celebrating Freedom Day, because we know that everyone wants freedom in all areas of our life. And what's exciting is this conference, even though we call it Freedom Conference, you're going to hear a lot about lifestyle. I mean, we have some things planned that's going to blow you away. I mean, for those of you who've been working to figure out other ways you can bring different types of segments of industries and businesses and entrepreneurs into your company, into your business. Have you ever had a massage and wondered, how can I get my massage therapist in my CBD business? Well, you do not want to miss your opportunity to get your massage therapist in front of this conference, okay? Because what we are going to do when the conference opens up, it's going to blow their mind, okay? We have a new product that's going to launch around this, and it's going to be absolutely exciting, and every massage therapist will want to partner with you. And so you're going to want to make a list of those of who are in the massage therapy industry, and you want to get them on this conference. How many chefs do you know? I mean, think about an infused food experience that we are taking to the next level. Okay. I mean, you're going to tune in, you're going to have a chance to see this, but it's going to be something that every chef's going to say, oh my goodness, I need to partner with that company. I want to take my chef business to that next level. And so again, this is going to be a great opportunity for you to look at different industries, even the hair industry. I mean, we know that our phenomenal trichologist, our phenomenal VP of hair, she is just doing it big. I mean, working on a new brochure, working on some game-changing marketing strategies that's really going to help take, the hair division to the next level. So if you know someone that's in the world of hair, you're going to want to get them on the conference, okay? And what's also exciting about these conferences, we know that when guests tune in, not only do they raise their belief, their excitement, it actually gives them that ability to see us from a different window. Sometimes you actually expose them one-on-one, and that's great, but they need to see a bigger picture. And that's what it's really about. So we know that guests who get tuned into this conference, I mean, it's just something special about that. I mean, they take it to that next level, they join the business. And so you're going to want to really look at this from the perspective of not just getting a conference ticket for yourself, okay? You want to make sure your team has conference tickets, okay? But it's going to be critical that you have guests on this conference. And since we are unleashing, okay, these tickets at our early bird price, okay, and we're talking about VIP tickets. When general admission tickets go on sale, those would be $29. But guess what? The VIP tickets, giving some of your VIP guests a chance to really feel special, to really have a chance to actually be behind stage, with you, and even on stage access as well. I mean, that's going to be phenomenal. And so if you want to take advantage of that, what I would highly recommend is not get one VIP ticket. I would get a minimum of 3 VIP tickets, a minimum, because that's you, maybe one of your top distributors who can pay you back because these are going to sell out, and then perhaps one of your VIP guests. Now, leaders are going to typically get about 5, or more, but I'm just saying a minimum of 3. And then when you see the general admission, there will be some people that they're not going to want to be on camera, yada, yada. They're not going to want to have that stage access. And so that $29.95 is a great way to leverage that price point where you can snatch up, I would say, at least 5 of those, get family members on, sisters, brothers, get people on that you want to inspire, okay? This is going to be a great day to do that. In fact, this could be your Emancipation Freedom Day gift, okay? I mean, a gift at forward where you're paying it forward, maybe to some of your kids who you want to expose them, because this conference, even though you might look at us and say, wow, we have lots of baby boomers, but guess what? We have a lot of variety of people in our business. So it will appeal to everyone from a millennial all the way up to baby boomers and beyond, okay? And so this is a conference for everybody. I mean, we bring entertainment. In fact, if you were on last year's Juneteenth, I mean, we opened it up and they were celebrating. It was right after emancipation, and the slaves were there and we're celebrating by dancing. We had drummers because everybody was free now, okay? And so we were celebrating being free. And so and that whole day, it was a progression of different moments to celebrate as Black people. And it was just so powerful, okay? And so you want to make sure, again, that this particular conference that we're promoting, it's going to be so powerful. In fact, we always say each conference builds off the next conference and becomes the best conference ever. And what's exciting is because we've done this so much, for us, many of it's going to be pretty streamlined, but it's always something new, something dynamic. And then we have blockbuster announcements that blow everyone away, okay? And we're going to bring that back to the Freedom Conference, a few blockbuster announcements. In fact, some of you already are aware of our Las Vegas trip next year, our Ruby retreat. It's going to be so exciting because it's also our annual conference. And so there's going to be so much to be excited for because everybody can attend. See, we've never had a Ruby retreat where every single person can attend like that, okay? Because it's a conference. And so you're going to be able to purchase your conference tickets, in fact, your conference package, because that conference is going to be so next level, so exciting. But in addition to that, at our Freedom Conference, you're going to have a chance to find out about something super, super exciting that's happening in 2024. And I'm telling you what, you're going to be able to qualify for that this year, okay? And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You got to tune in because we want you to be blown away. But just know, if you thought Jamaica was phenomenal, if you think Las Vegas is dope, well, guess what? This is going to be the trip of all trips, and none of you are going to want to miss any of these trips because look at how Wakanna does it, okay? We do everything next level, and we really want you to know how much you're appreciated, how much you're loved. And so when you have a chance to earn these type of things, you never want to miss them, okay? And so that's going to be an exciting announcement. Also, too, we have something going on, that's going to be super, super awesome with our sign-up packs. In fact, we have a big meeting next Saturday with our corporate team. In fact, once we do that meeting, we're actually going to be inviting some of the top distributors to tune in. But it's really exciting, guys, because this is the time, when we look at what's going on, we look at numbers, we look at and if you're in our business, what is the biggest way you get paid is customers. Every single person in Wakanna understands that. And that, to me, is so powerful because in an economy that's getting slower, and they tell us a recession is coming, we always say that network marketing, it's the industry in which you recession-proof, okay, your own economy, right? So we don't have to worry about what's happening in the economy because we're building our own economy. So we get that, we understand that, okay? But we also understand that when economies change, buying habits change. The way people do business change. The way they decide to save or conserve or to spend changes, right? And so companies who do the best during these type of climates, they actually learn how to pivot. And when you think about it, let's take this company back a couple of years ago when the pandemic hit. What did? We pivoted. We changed how we do some of our business. And guess what happened? Our company became one of the companies that actually thrived during the pandemic. And how would you love it, okay, if you can build a business, right, that thrives even during a recession, a business in which you can recession-proof your entire family. As they're talking about the doom and gloom and, oh my goodness, this is happening and here's what's going on with the stock and layoffs right now are happening, with many companies just because of what the fears are, to know that you're with a company, you're with an industry that you can absolutely recession-proof your life, okay? Now, a lot of that starts with you and the mindset, what's going on between those 8 inches, but it also starts with Wakanna because we are your partner, you're our partner. And it also means that as we elevate how we recruit, as we elevate some of our marketing strategy, we also have to elevate our level of customer service and care. And I do know that we have one of the best customer service teams. We have one of the best operations teams, one of the best shipping teams. But here's what I do know, guys. I do know that every company has major room for improvement, right? And so just know that in every single area of our business, the key word right now is elevate, and the key word is service. The key word is wowing our distributors and wowing our customers, taking things to the next level, understanding, and this is something you should understand too as a distributor, who writes your checks, right? It's your team, okay? It's your customers, because without your team, without your customers, guess what? You have no business. And then when you think about Wakanna, and this is what I told the corporate staff, I said, who writes your check, right? It's distributors, it's customers. Without distributors and customers, companies don't exist, right? And so this is just a time of elevation. This is the time of excitement. Anytime things happen, and a lot of times you see people running in the same direction, and typically it's about 90 to 95%. But then you have to look at those 5%ers, right? You got to look at those people who are running in a different direction. You got to look at the people that have pivoted and what are they doing, right? Those are the same people that during a down economy become multi-millionaires. Those are the same people that during a down economy will start a company that becomes a record-breaking company growing 1,000% while 1,000 other companies went out of business because people don't learn how to pivot. When you think about the book, Who Moved My Cheese? In business, things change. When you think about Barnes and Nobles and then all of a sudden Amazon, again, a lot of times companies just don't want to pivot fast enough. And then we think about Blockbuster Video and we think about Netflix. And it's crazy when you think about a company like Blockbuster Video doing billions of dollars in all the major cities around the country. And for them to not see it coming, right? because a lot of times, again, companies are so used to their way of business, they think that's the only way of business. And so Netflix just seemed to come out of nowhere. But guess what? It didn't come out of nowhere. There were talks even in the industry of network marketing about the video industry. Okay. In fact, we got involved with a company called DVD Monster before Netflix. And, really looking at this as being the takeover, right? And that company didn't make it because in business, sometimes you need lots of money. And we were out of business in 9 months. That owner of that company, just ran out of money. I was one of the top distributors. My picture was on the website, okay? Went out of business, right? But they were on to something. And then who came next? Who came next was Netflix, right? Netflix came in and revolutionized how the DVD industry would be done, how the movie industry would be done. And guess what? Blockbuster became history. I mean, think about all the other video stores. And so in economies like this, guys, what you do, you don't pull back, right? This is the time you push. When I talk to some of our top distributors and how excited they are because they're bringing in new business partners almost every day, okay? But then I also look at the masses, guys, and the numbers don't lie. I mean, I'm going to give you a stat that kind of blew me away because I said, this really isn't making a lot of sense, but it is making sense because I look at the state of the economy, I look at where people's mindsets are, and I recognize that it's about a shift in mindset. But when I looked at the numbers over the last 30 days, there was something that stood out to me. And what stood out to me was the number of customers. It said something like we had almost 500 new customers. I think it was a total of 486 new customers in the last 30 days. Now, that's powerful. If you talk to any company out there, when you look at the number of distributors that we have, to know that we added almost 500 new customers, that's unheard of, okay? But now let's look at the distributors that were added over the last 30 days. Do you know that there were like 15 distributors added over the last 30 days? Now, as a CEO of a company that's a multi-million-dollar company, that does two things for me. The first thing it does, it excites me, right? Because I'm like, wait a minute. Companies out there are trying to figure out how to stay afloat, how to keep revenue going, and they don't have customers. They have all distributors. For most network marketing companies, for every one, or I think it's for every one for every one distributor, right? Guess what? They don't even have a full customer for every one distributor. It takes a couple of distributors for them to find a full customer. And that's typical in network marketing, okay? And so when you look at that, you're like, great job, Wakanna Nation. You guys are crushing it in the world of customers. I mean, that is unheard of. That literally is making you build a recession-proof, a depression-proof business because it's really about customers. At the end of the day, distributors, you know how it goes. You've seen it happen on your team. They may come and go. They change with the way the money's flowing or whatever. Customers are loyal to the product. In fact, when I talk to customer service, they say the number one people that are calling them are customers. They said it's not distributors. They might get a distributor call here and there, but it's customers either looking for their distributor or looking for their distributor website, which means there's a lot of distributors that are not connecting with their customers. And your customers are calling us looking for you, trying to figure out how to shop with you. And that's telling you sometimes in these kind of industries, we got to shift our mind. A lot of times we're just trying to build, and we need to keep building. But guess what? We got to take care of our customers. We got to go back and make sure all those hundreds of customers that have already registered with you know that we have a 10% discount, right? Know that you're still there in business as their distributor. And so that was the first thing it did for me. The second thing it did for me is it made me say, you know what? We need to have a quick committee, first with our corporate team, then we roll it out to our top distributors with our crown jewel pack. Because we've been talking about this with our crown jewel, our coaching pack, really creating a unified pack, really creating something like a wellness dispensary, something that really, it really takes our whole business under consideration. And so we've been brainstorming on some awesome ideas. But one of the things we also want to do as we look at, again, the economy in which we're in, we look at the pandemic that's in front of us, we look at what do we want to do to help you take your recruiting business to the next level. Because here's what I know. When we combine phenomenal recruiting with the way we're building customers, where we have a customer ratio that is literally blowing the industry away, I don't know many companies out there that have, for every one distributor, we have almost 11 customers. I don't know any other company out there in the world of network marketing where you see that. I mean, that is unheard of. And so to know that we're in a business where we are showing 24,000 plus customers, right? I mean, it's 23,800 and some, but almost 24,000 customers, guys. That is mind blowing. And you want to really look at those numbers and now look at your particular business, and you want to see what can you do to help those customer numbers now convert into sales for you. But then also too, the next question is, okay, we also know that distributors trained properly will do what? They'll bring more customers. And so that's going to be the two-way method in which we actually build this and take it to the next level over the next quarter. And so just know that it's all exciting times here at Wakanna. When things happen, all you need to do is pivot, not just sometimes your business, but also your mindset. A lot of times what happens really happens in our mind first. When we accept the economy, when we accept the recession, then guess what? It trickles down. And then, but you have to be real. I mean, obviously things are coming, but what you should do is also be excited, because knowing that, hey, you're in a business, you're in an industry where you can completely be recession proof. You can technically build your own economy and not worry about what's happening at the White House, not worrying about what's happening in other people's houses, because what you can control is your house. And when you can control your house by making the right decisions, by building with a company like this, where we have recession-proof products that people are going to need during a pandemic, products that people are going to need during a depression, recession, because guess what? Pain, it's just big business. People, at the end of the day, they want to conserve, but they also want to live, and they want to live a good life, a high-quality life. And again, they're calling our customer service team looking for you, okay? And so we've got to just make sure we're touching base with our customers. We're doing what we need to do to take our businesses to that next level. And so what I wanted to do in closing, I do have some numbers, guys. I have some great numbers for everyone. There's more to announce. I'm not going to get into too many details, but tomorrow night, I do want to say one thing. There's a training at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow for BioScan. And so there's a link that is starting to trickle out to you guys. In fact, the group who is actually already certified, check your email box, because you guys should already have that. And then the rest of the groups, you're going to be able to join that as well. I know some of you are still in training for the actual certification, but we just want everyone to get on and just have a chance to review with Phyllis Nash. They're going to go through how to do the BioScan to really make sure that you guys have some hands-on training and touch points. So continue to check your email. Make sure you plug into that call tomorrow. That's going to be really, really, really critical. And if you are brand new for the group 3 and haven't had a chance to see the test link, we did send the test link out. It's a brand new link. So you cannot get certified if you're in group 3 by utilizing group 1 and 2's link. It's got to be your own link, because we now have 114 questions on that test. And one of the things that you must do before you get certified is you actually have to go and do a scan. You have to do that before you get certified, guys. And so when you take the test, there's going to be a question on that test about, have you had a scan? Have you done a live scan? If you have not, you will not pass this test, okay? So you want to go get a scan done, because we can't have certified coaches who've never scanned, who are showing up for the first time as a certified coach to do their scan. So we need you guys to go pull out your equipment, okay? Follow those videos, get it done, and get them a call tomorrow so that you'll feel confident. You'll be able to answer yes to that question, and that will allow you to pass the exam. And so with that being said, I did say that I was going to mention all the CV qualifiers who hit it at 500 to 999, because we did leave you guys out last week because we had such an extended call. In fact, I had a special guest that I'm going to line up for today, but I do know they were recovering from the trip, so not going to get into many details with that, but we'll do that next week, because we want to hear from our phenomenal top leaders, and it's always exciting when we have a chance to just feel their heartbeat, hear what's happening, but we do want them to be able to do that without any inconvenience. We do know it's also a holiday too, so we're going to do that next week, but I want to go ahead and read the names of all of our CV qualifiers. We have Shawana Thomas, Lisa Lee Gardner, Gigi Harris, Cherie Eppinger, Binky's Bakes, which is Beatrice Foster, Tavares Little, Pat DeRosen Belt, Eleanor Mallory Davis, Naina Thime, Gerald West, Shirley Anderson, Daryl Scott, Crystal Robinson, Marguerite Wright, Kathy Appleberry, Fatima Horn, Ann Hawkins, Stephanie Taylor, Alexia Malcolm, Jacinta Lois Frederick, Dr. Kim Smith Beltrieve and Phillip, Willie E. Mooney, Erica and Troy Zachary. And so those are the individuals that actually hit bronze. And some of you guys were just so short, so I'm going to have to pull those again. Those I pulled this last week, so if you actually hit silver and maybe made it up, Willie, looks like Erica and Troy, you guys were at 974, so probably I'm sure they pushed it up to silver. Willie, you were at 852, so you guys were real close. So I'm sure you guys pushed that up to silver. I'm going to now talk about our silver dispensary qualifiers. We have Cynthia McKnight Taylor, Dr. Rosalind Shaw Belt, Frida McDuffie, Deborah Blackman Parrish, Tara Shackerfield, Bernadine Kirkland, Doris Mosley, Ernestine Davis. And so with that being said, team, I want to thank you so much. Again, tonight, I want you to tune in to our Juneteenth recap. We're going to show you just 34 minutes from what we did last year. Oh my goodness, it's going to go live on Facebook. We're going to do it via Zoom. The details will go out to every single person, so just stay tuned for those details. And with that being said, we also want to have you join us. Phyllis, tonight, I don't know, because we canceled most stuff because of Juneteenth. Are we doing the corporate Zoom tonight?
Yes, we are, as far as I know.
So we have our corporate Zoom call tonight. It looks like we must have our
We can close it out, selling our 10% off of our Juneteenth special. So getting those people on that call will be very productive.
Perfect. Okay, guys, we'll definitely close it out with those Juneteenth specials that we have going on. And tonight, stay tuned. We have our normal lineup. So at 2:30, you can join us at Save Our Strands. And at 7:30, join DJ Dr. Roz for our phenomenal corporate Zoom that will start at 8 p.m. Central. And so with that being said, happy Emancipation Day to everyone. We are so excited to celebrate this day with you. Have a Wakanna kind of day, because we're going to see you where? At the top, the very top, the tip top.